station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 4.
Here's a look at the top stories all across the DMV on this Friday Eve.
Loudoun County Schools' former superintendent is in court today for the alleged mishandling of a student's sexual assault. We're getting our first look right now at the district's internal investigation just unsealed in court.
And it was a beautiful day out there filled with lots of sunshine. Good news, sunshine will be sticking around, but fall-like temperatures will be returning, so definitely keep it here. Check that forecast is coming up.
All right, Brittany, and there are still a few more days left this summer to plan a few fun activities. Coming up, we're helping you stretch your dollars with savings for your next trip.
And thanks for joining us on this Thursday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. We'll get to those top stories in just a few minutes, but on this Friday Eve, we want to start outside. It has been a beautiful day so far, Mark.
And we're taking a live look outside the Kennedy Center and the Potomac River. Sunny day, nice, not as hot as we've been used to in recent weeks. Let's head over now to Brittany Ward for the latest on the forecast and what we can expect later on.
Yeah, Brittany, beautiful out there.
It was amazing, gorgeous when you were stepping out the door this afternoon. And honestly, we're going to be holding on to the clear skies as we head into your evening. Here's a look at satellite and radar showing you the overall picture. High pressure just off to our north. That's keeping us quiet as we head through your evening and even heading into your weekend. Temperatures tonight, though, they'll be dipping down mainly into the 50s. Taking a look outside right now, still fairly warm out there. 80 currently in the nation's capital, upper 70s, though, as you head over there to Hagerstown. Lower 70s there in Winchester, 79 there in Luray. So still a very warm afternoon out there filled with lots of sunshine. If you are planning your evening tonight, well, again, we're going to be dealing with those clear skies up until the 7 o'clock hour. Notice, though, those temperatures slowly begin to dip down into the lower 70s as we head into 7 o'clock. And then by tonight, we're going to get that fall-like feeling once again as lows will be dipping down into the upper 40s. The further off you head to the north and west, and then here in the nation's capital, we're seeing those lows dip down into the 50s. Another taste of fall will be on the horizon as we kickstart your Friday, and it looks like it's going to be sticking around through at least the first half of your weekend. So definitely keep it here. We have a full check of that 7-day coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Developing this hour, student sex assault documents unsealed after a Loudoun County student sexually assaulted 2 different students in 2 separate schools in a matter of months. The district asked an independent investigator to write a report about what happened and how.
And now, more than a year and a half after this report was finished, it's being made public by a judge after pushback by the school board.
Northern Virginia reporter Max Marcella joins us live from outside the Loudoun County Courthouse.
And Max, what were some of the highlights from the report that stuck out to you?
Sure. Well, there are a few highlights, and we'll get to those in a second, but it is worth noting that a lot of what we learned in these 32 pages, or at least what it said in the 32 pages, we had already known because of the special grand jury report that the Virginia Attorney General commissioned. But as for what's in this report, there were 3 main takeaways. Of course, the report made public during a motion in the Scott Ziegler trial. That is the previous superintendent of Loudoun County Schools. Now, here are the takeaways. The first was that the district, quote, unduly delayed its Title IX complaint investigation process after the first sexual assault incident. The report says that the district took almost 3 months until it took the steps to begin that investigation. And they say that could be because they believe the district has as they called it, an overly narrow view of its Title IX obligations. Now, the investigators also say it would have been beneficial for Loudoun County Public Schools to do a threat assessment of the perpetrator before he was transferred to that second high school. That's where he eventually sexually assaulted a second student. However, the report did stop short of saying the incident could have or should have been prevented, language we heard in the special grand jury report. Now, we heard this afternoon from Scott Smith. He has been very public, stating that he is a father of one of the victims in these cases, and he spoke with the media shortly after the judge unsealed this report.
it clearly shows how both the Loudoun County School and the Sheriff's Department screwed up very badly and dropped the ball and did not communicate with one another. It's kind of like what we've been saying the whole time. Everybody is stuck in their silos and they're not communicating with one another.
Now, this investigation and the trial and the fallout from it has become very political. Attorney General Jason Miyares, a Republican, has put out a statement calling it a victory today. Scott Smith, who you just heard from, was pardoned a couple days ago by Governor Glenn Youngkin. So while there is a lot of politics in this, Scott Smith said he wants some change to come of it. There were some recommendations in this report, as there were in the special grand jury report. We're going to have more of a breakdown of what's in this report and a look ahead as to Scott Ziegler's trial, which is upcoming in just a matter of days. Reporting live in Leesburg, Max Marcella, DC News Now.
Max, thank you. A sigh of relief in Hagerstown after a house fire displaced 4 adults and 3 children. DC News Now's Stephen Cohen covers Hagerstown for us and reports the family is safe, but fire officials say that there are lessons to take away from the fire.
A family of 7 displaced by an electrical fire.
An air conditioner plugged into an overloaded electrical outlet is the cause of the blaze at this home on Hagerstown's west side.
Fire was confined to a bedroom on the 2nd floor. Happily, there was a working smoke detector that alerted the occupants. The children alerted the adults, and they were able to self-evacuate.
Chief Lohr says power strips are not built for plugging in heavy appliances like space heaters or air conditioners. That includes refrigerators and freezers, too.
The cause of the fire was determined to be an overloaded electrical outlet. Air conditioner plugged into a outlet that was not rated for what it was carrying.
But Chief Lohr says the working smoke detectors may well have saved lives.
I'm glad these folks are okay. I'm glad there's no injuries. I see them out here every day. They're good family people. Thank God that nothing happened to them.
Electrical service has been disconnected at the home, and the American Red Cross is providing for the family.
Hagerstown Fire Department quick response and saved them.
Happily, there was no injuries, either civilian or firefighter.
Chief Lohr says this fire underscores the importance of safety precautions in the home. Reporting from Hagerstown, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.
Stephen, thank you. Meanwhile, in the district, it's now been 8 days since a murder suspect escaped from police custody at George Washington University Hospital. 30-year-old Christopher Haynes was last seen on surveillance video near the hospital on 23rd Street in Northwest Washington. D.C. police say there have been several reported sightings of him since he escaped. Now, D.C. News Now spoke to a retired U.S. Marshal with decades of experience. He believes it's only a matter of time before Haynes is captured.
He's got connections in Virginia and he's got connections in D.C. So all those connections that he has are going to be looked at, and that's going to be the way we usually end up catching these people, is they're looking for some type of assistance. And they're going to go to family members, associates, friends.
The reward for information leading to Haynes' arrest now sits at $30,000. Mark?
And Lisa, a victim has been identified in Wednesday's deadly shooting in Prince George's County. It happened on Newton Street in Bladensburg. Police found 28-year-old Brandon Green shot at the scene. He was pronounced dead. A $25,000 reward is being offered in this case. And if you have any information, police would like to hear from you. Parents know that raising a child is getting more and more expensive. A Lending Tree report shows that D.C., Maryland, and Virginia are among the top 20 most expensive states in the country to raise children. Our Tosin Fakile in Virginia explaining how lawmakers are trying to stretch your dollar by extending important federal child care funding.
Senator Tim Kaine, along with some others in Congress, introduced the Child Care Stabilization Act that will extend federal funding that they say will make child care providers keep their doors open and continue to serve families and children. In that Lending Tree survey, it showed that D.C. is the 3rd most expensive place to raise a small child, Maryland the 5th most expensive, and Virginia the 13th most expensive place to raise a small child. Legislators say without the new bill that was introduced for federal funding, funding, child care providers across the nation could close their doors. They say the initial federal funding started because of the pandemic and its impact on child care, and they say that funding kept 220,000 child care providers afloat over the last few years. Senator Kaine says the lack of affordable child care in America is holding back families, workers, and the economy. He described it sort of like a domino effect: the cost of child care, the labor market, and the workforce that's out of work.
They're out of the workforce because they can't find and afford high quality, affordable child care. I agree with Representative Clark. We've got to do this first to make sure that we don't run over this cliff. What the cliff would mean in Virginia is the loss of child care spots for about 80,000 kids and probably the layoffs of nearly 2,800 early childhood education workers.
Officials say the Child Care Stabilization Act will provide funding each year for the next 5 years to continue the Child Care Stabilization Grant Program. The current funding is set to expire in about 2 weeks on September 30th. In Virginia, I'm Tosin Fakile for DC News Now. Back to you.